Okay, we're good.
Grady Judd here in Poinciana. I'm going to tell you a series of events that occurred beginning last Sunday. The information I give you tonight obviously will be modified and corrected probably tomorrow afternoon or maybe Saturday, because the information I'm going to give you right now is about as clear as mud. On Sunday, our victim, or one victim, who lives in this community, was entertaining friends when one of the friends took a firearm from him, subsequently beat him up, stole that firearm as well as another firearm and a television. That's not really good friends, but that occurred. That was on Sunday. He did not make a report to us. However, on Monday, he was feeling really sick and dizzy from the beating that he took on Sunday, so he went to the hospital. And he reported the event to us then. Our detectives, which are simply the very best, started their investigation, determined who the suspect was because he was a friend, if you can call that kind of person a friend. We tracked that suspect to the Haines City area. When deputies arrived, he immediately began to resist, to run back into the mobile home. The detectives called for assistance. In fact, called the suspect's father, who finally talked the suspect out of the mobile home. We were able to de-escalate the event to some extent. He still resisted the physical arrest, but we arrested one suspect. That suspect was charged with home invasion burglary, which is a first-degree felony, and in addition to that, was charged with resisting arrest, possession of a firearm by a convicted felon, possession of ammunition by a convicted felon. He goes to jail, and that was on Monday. Now today, we have our victim back at home with 4 more friends in the front yard hanging out at about 4:15 in the evening. Not only that, we also have 4 children, elementary school age or younger, that are in the house. As we understand, another suspect is calling out one of the 4 friends because he's angry with him because of a girlfriend event. Now, I underscore, all of these people are loosely called friends or associates. And some of our witnesses say that some or all of them are involved in a gang, but they're all involved in the same gang. So now our suspect calls one of the 4 victims, and the victim says, "I'm not coming over to your house," which is a couple of blocks over. "You want to see me, come here." Immediately, our number 1 suspect comes over, punches one of the guys in the face, and pulls out a firearm and says, "You're going to regret that." Ostensibly the girlfriend issue. At that point in time, shots rang out. We're trying to determine who shot when. The suspect, we know, what I'm calling suspect 1 for the time being, shot into the car where 2 of the guys were hanging out. And suspect 1 was shot. He goes down in the front yard. Other people start to run. 911 is called. When we arrive, the car that's in the driveway has now busted through a fence and has run into a house across the street. In that vehicle are two people, a male and a female. They are both in critical condition at a trauma unit in Osceola County. It is unknown if either of them are going to survive these injuries. We believe the two of them are clearly shot by what I'm calling suspect one for tonight. We don't know yet who returned fire, shooting the suspect and killing him. He's dead in the yard. It will take us a while to unravel this event, but we believe that we have everyone here, maybe with the exception of one or two. We don't know at this point if it's a loose group of friends that happen to be in a gang and it's a fuss just over a girl. We don't know at this point if it's retaliation for reporting the burglary and the theft of the firearms on Sunday. And that's why this has occurred. All of that's under investigation. We've got a team of detectives here tonight working on the case. We will follow up with you. We hope we can give you more details tomorrow. If not, we'll notify you when we have more accurate details. But this we know. We've got one person dead. It appears at this point in time he's the primary shooter. We've got two people critically injured. We don't know if they're going to survive. They both suffered headshots. We believe suspect one did that. And then someone else at some point in time shot suspect one. I'll try to answer any questions, but I've really told you all we know at this point in the investigation.
Sheriff, as you pointed out, this is kind of clear as mud. You've got a lot of work yet to do. There's a lot of moving parts here, but I suppose my primary question is there still a danger to the community at large? And do you still have a couple of people out there?
Yeah, the question is there a danger to the community? And my answer to that is there is no evidence to lead us to believe there's danger to the community. This was a group of friends who were allegedly, by what we've been told, in a gang together. So it wasn't a gang rivalry back and forth. We have one theory that it's over a girl that dated two of them, and that predicated this. The other theory is maybe some of them were mad because the victim reported some of his quote-unquote friends who ended up with some very serious felony charges for ripping off firearms from him on Sunday. So it's under investigation, but the community, we believe, is safe. The ones that have run, very well may only be witnesses, may not be suspects at all, but we won't know that until we finish the investigation. We find them, we know who they are, and talk to them.
Sheriff, I realize that you're still doing a lot of work here, but are the individuals you're talking about, these friends who are involved in a gang, do they have long criminal histories or criminal histories at all?
We are working up their criminal histories at this time. Yes, we know at least some of them do have a significant criminal history. We'll have that for you the next time I brief you.
We saw someone being detained.
I can't hear you.
We saw someone being detained earlier. Is that a witness or a suspect?
Yeah, the people that you saw that were with our deputies earlier appear to be witnesses at this stage of the investigation. But once again, when an event like this happens, nobody's out of the box until we sort it out.
You also mentioned there were children when this were hanging out.
The children were in the house. They've been screened. They heard the gunshots and they didn't see anything, and they're now safely with their grandparents. Thank you very much for coming out this evening, and I want to extend my condolences to your colleagues that were shot and one killed. I'm very sorry about that, and you know we'll do everything we can to always keep you safe. If you're in an uncomfortable position in this county and you need security, we'll be more than happy to send someone out to make sure you can safely do your story, even if the story you're doing is about us. We value what you do. Take care. Good night.